And hello everyone, Peter here once again. Surprise, surprise. As you can see, I have here between my hands another buffalo skull, or bison skull. It's definitely one or the other. Maybe it's both. I really don't know what the difference is between a buffalo and a bison, except that they're spelled and pronounced differently. If I recall correctly, I had this problem the last time I made a video of me drawing on one of these skulls. I've had plenty of time and opportunity since then to go look up what I'm sure are a couple of simple differences, but I have not. Such is life sometimes. So, some people have been asking how to come up with patterns and textures and ideas for drawings and doodles and, I guess, mandalas, kind of like what you see me drawing here on this skull, and what you've seen in a lot of my other drawings in the past. Well, it's not as hard as you think. At least some of you, I guess. First of all, if you're making a mandala or something that you need some patterns for, just remember that pretty much any basic little shape repeated a bunch of times over and over again will look pretty cool. Also, the simpler the shape is that you choose to repeat for your pattern, the easier it will be to make it look uniform and consistent, which is also a big part of making patterns look cool, and are all about making things look cool, right? Then, after you've made your first iteration of the pattern with just the basic shape, if you want to, you can add something, some line or basic embellishment to each one of those shapes in the same place. Just keep doing this. Keep going back and forth, gradually adding more details to your first basic shape until you don't want to anymore. This can really help your patterns look really cool and intricate, I think. Basically, what I'm saying is, don't try to just make some really complicated pattern right off the bat. That's hard to do, and there's a higher chance you'll mess up and get all discouraged and want to scrunch up the paper and destroy it forever in a volcano, even though you've been working on that drawing forever. Just slowly build it up, keep going back and forth, and if you make a little mistake on one part of your pattern, just go back and copy that little mistake onto the rest of your pattern, even if you have to modify or doctor it up a little, and chances are it'll still look pretty cool and no one will even know that you goofed. I think that for the most part, however, I don't normally do a whole bunch of passes back and forth, adding too much stuff to my patterns. But I think that's mostly because a lot of the time, especially when I'm drawing on paper, I draw most of my initial basic shapes pretty freaking small, so I don't have a ton of space to go back and add lots of details. It definitely still happens, and I'm just saying, yeah. I don't only rely on that. Adding lots of smaller basic shapes is good too. And I repeat patterns a lot. I reuse patterns from previous drawings all the time. As long as you don't use a bunch of the exact same patterns in the exact same order as a previous mandala, I don't think you'll have a problem with it looking the same. In fact, I think it would probably be quite difficult to make two of your mandalas look the same. But yeah, it's still good to mix it up as much as you can. Change the size of your basic shapes, the widths of the lines you draw them with, how dense and full of detail they are, and just I don't know what I'm saying, just the general visual variety. You know what I mean. But really, the bottom line is, you learn the most by doing. You can watch as many videos as you want. You can scroll through as many pictures, flip through as many books, go to and appreciate as much amazing art at as many amazing museums, but you won't actually grow as an artist until you spend hours and hours actually making art. So get out there, and by out there, I mean in there, to your room or wherever you can get alone to spend some time on your art making. Put in those hours and make as much art as you can. It's okay if not all of it comes out incredible and amazing. That's all right. That bad or mediocre art is serving the purpose of getting you to the point where you will really soar. Just try to make stuff that's meaningful to you. Anyways, I think I've said some of that stuff before, but it's worth saying again. I think that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.